Why on earth are you doing this?
Well, I've been doing this sort of thing pretty much ever since I left South Africa at the age of 12. And it's firsts that we go for, our team. The people on our team who don't get paid anything, we've prepared this expedition. It's taken 5 years to get the sponsors. Now we are here very largely thanks to SAMSA, Commander Tietsi Makela, the Deputy Minister Chikunga, we would like to thank from the environment, and everything that South Africa has done for us is brilliant, but South Africa is part of the Commonwealth, and we've got people from Australia, Canada, New Zealand, India on the team. And we've all come together to be sure that we use our joint talents to try, I have to say to try, to complete the crossing, which is 4,000 kilometers at 10,000 feet above sea level. The Russians have recorded minus 92 centigrade, but we are hoping that minus 70 will be the average. We hope that the bulldozers, which are the normal scientific vehicle used there, will survive at those temperatures. But we have to have two people on skis, and because lungs can be burnt by the cold at that sort of temperature, we've devised various new forms of breathing so that the ski people out ahead of the vehicles have a detection system to find where the crevasses are before the 25-ton vehicles fall 200 feet into the crevasses. So that's what we hope will work.
All right, so I mean, it's a dangerous mission, and you can only prepare so much. We're talking about these temperatures of minus 70. How do you prepare for that, or could you have?
Well, we went to Sweden, North Sweden, and it got down to about minus 45. And my co-leader of the expedition, Anton Bowring, who was taking photographs, took them for about 5 minutes too long, and all his fingers, big, huge blisters on each finger, his nails fell out. Another 5 minutes and he would have lost his fingers. I've lost sort of half of my fingers. Yeah. That's just a 3-minute mistake at minus 50. So at minus 70, you cannot afford to make 1 minute's mistake in the 6 months.
Okay, so why hasn't this ever been done before? There must be a reason.
I think technology of clothing and that sort of thing has come on a lot. I mean, 30 years ago, when we did the first journey around Earth vertically through both poles, that was 52,000 miles without flying, we had big problems, which if we'd tried doing it in winter, we would not have succeeded. But now everything has moved forward. The only problem with this expedition, unlike all my past expeditions, is if the skiers have to leave the vehicles, should the vehicles break down, which we don't think they will, but if that happens, those skiers, something goes wrong, they'll be totally on their own. For 35 years, if something had gone really wrong in Antarctica or the Arctic, we'd have broken the emergency beacon, and sooner or later a ski plane would come in. This time, because it's during the winter, in a country, Antarctica is bigger than China and India together, there is no rescue facility whatsoever. So you will definitely die on this expedition should you be apart from the vehicles, which might be necessary.
Are you scared?
I used to be scared, but I had a heart attack just reading a magazine, and I was on a life support machine for 4 days and nights. And then I woke up again, and it was like I'd been dead, and it was perfectly okay, no problem. Yeah.
And the charity, Seeing is Believing, that's a very important part of this whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah, the expedition has 3, shall we say, tangible aims, not just being first humans to do something. One of those aims is to raise $10 million. The bank, the Standard Chartered Bank, will match every pound that we raise with a pound. So we raise 5 million, that's 10 million. Any child in the world who doesn't have spectacles and they're short-sighted and will not get spectacles, we, for £9 only, and there's a lot of £9 in $10 million, and a cataract operation is only £21, and so we can help an awful lot of people by raising the money. Last year in the UK, I was given top UK fundraiser, but that was for cancer. This is just for prevention of blindness, And of the 390 million people blind in the world today, 80% is preventable. So that's what we're after. Educationally, we are doing, thanks to help from Microsoft, the biggest ever interactive educational website. And anyone listening can get onto it if they're at school, and they can interact with us in Antarctica for over a year on this program. And we are getting from 100,000 to 200,000 Commonwealth schools. And the Commonwealth is 1/3 of the world's population. So all those schools will be able to become part of the expedition. And lastly, scientifically, we're doing a huge amount of work, like for the European Space Agency, to verify whether or not Antarctica is actually shrinking or growing, i.e. whether global warming. We will prove it by ground verifying the results of the polar satellite.
A lot to do, but I think more importantly, we just would like you to survive. So we wish you luck, and we hope to chat to you in a year's time when you come back and tell us all about your adventures. Good luck and bon voyage.
Thank you, Peter, very much indeed, and thanks to all our South African sponsors.
Okay, so that is adventurer extraordinaire, Sir Ranulph Fiennes, otherwise known as Ran, going on yet another adventure. Google him. It's remarkable reading, and you won't be surprised why he's taking on this particular journey. And as he said, so many reasons to do it. But we'll unfold this story a little bit more.